Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video, we'll be talking about Amazon Athena. So let's go ahead and start. So for this dashboard, click the services and here you can go to analytics. Click that. Here you can see there is Athena serverless interactive analytics service. Click that. So this is how you can direct to this particular dashboard. So once you are in the dashboard, click query your data with SQL. So launch it. And the first thing is you have to, add your Amazon S3. So before that, coming to the definition of Amazon Athena, it is an interactive query service that makes it easy to analyze data directly in Amazon S3 using standard SQL. So if you can see the diagram before you see, like we have to point our data source, which is S3, and then we can start querying and analyzing the data. So initially we have to point our data source, which is S3. So you can see before you run the first query, you need to set up the query resulting location Amazon S3. So let's edit that settings and let's add our S3. So right now I have one default S3 bucket. So I'll be using that. So if you don't have it, you can just create it, which is, just I think 5 minutes. We just need to create it and select it. So it is done and then just save that. So right now you have saved your S3. The next thing is you have to create the bucket. Sorry, the database. So for that, let's use the command. So for the if you see under databases, we have just default, we don't have any database. So once you create this command, we'll be having the database. So let me add that database and my database, click that. So I'm using AWS Docs for that. So it's completed and now you can see we have my database. So click that. So right now in your database, but we don't have any tables in that. Right? So the next thing is you have to create the tables, right? You can see here, okay, just leave that one. And you see, you can create the table, So this is how you can create the table, but I'll be using the one which is in the docs. So let me copy that. Okay. So this is what we have in the documentation. So basically this particular query, it's nothing but it creates an external table named CloudFront logs, which you can see here. And it is designed for use with data stored in Amazon S3, right? So everything is stored in this Amazon S3. And here you can see we have a region. So we have to change the region. So right now we are in US underscore East 1. So I'll be using that, East 1. So we have changed that. Everything looks fine. Let's go ahead and run this. So once you run it, you'll be creating a table. So run that. Completed. There you go. We have got the table. And the next thing is let's go ahead and query that, right? I'll be creating a new one and let me query that. So I'm copying from the documentation again. So we'll be using this particular query. So basically it selects the OS column and count of records for each unique value in that OS column from this particular table. So this selection is limited to records where the date is between July 5th, 2014 and August 5th, 2014. And this result is grouped by OS column, right? So let's run this and you'll be able to see the results. So right now the column is not found. So let's see why it is. So failed column result, not authorized to access the resources. Okay, it's showing some errors. So instead of let me create a database 2. Not sure why it's showing this. So we created database 2. I'll just select that database 2 and select new one. I'll just paste the same thing. So copy paste and here instead of my region, I'll be using US East 1. That is what we are using. There you go. So let me run that. So right, we have got our table and let's use the other command and let me paste that and let me run that. So it's running. There you go. So we have got the results. So I'm not sure why it was not working before. I think maybe we already have a database in our S3. Maybe that may be one of the reasons. But yeah, so this is how you can get the results, and you can also go to recent queries. So these are the recent queries that we have performed, and there are some queries that has been failed. So coming to this editing, you can also download the results. Go here and you can download CSV, and you can download the results as well. So this is how you can work with Athena. So I hope you guys understood the concept of today's video. If you've liked the video, please click the like button below. And if you're subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and please share the video. Thanks everyone.